Yeah, unlike last year when I played God Hand, a deep and complex beat-em-up with a scorching difficulty, games like God Hand aren't hard. Haha, you naive fuck. This year I decided to play Madworld, a beat-em-up with about 2 attacks in which enemies snap in half with more ease than toothpicks. Come on! It may not represent the season of jolliness all that well, but as we all know, there's nothing healthier when one is in pain than to exert pain on others. Madworld's sadistic reality game show setting provides an interesting take on the beat-em-up formula. Most enemies can be killed pretty quickly, especially if you break out the chainsaw, so instead of making your foes rest in pieces as fast as possible, the objective in Madworld is to prolong their agonizing demise in creative ways to earn points to beat the stage. What this means is that rather than each level forcing the player to go from A to B, stages are set up as playgrounds, with new sections and power-ups becoming available as the player racks up points. This is a novel way to approach the genre. Unfortunately, Madworld doesn't provide anywhere near enough ways to rack up kill combos for its extravagant murder to not get somewhat repetitive. You can put dudes in barrels and stab them with traffic signs, maybe impale them on a spike or put them in a grinder, but other than some scarce level-specific torture devices, the game comes up short in providing sufficient methods of mutilation. Beat-em-ups like God Hand rely on the depth and quantity of its playable characters' mechanics, while Madworld relies on the depth and quantity of its environment's mechanics. Regrettably though, the intricacies of these levels only go so far. It's a good thing then that Madworld's combat still manages to be kinesthetically pleasing enough to circumvent most of the tedium. It just ain't something you're gonna be seeing too many skill videos of, which might be a good thing, because it would kind of be a crime to see people replace this game's soundtrack with angsty tween butt rock, like what seems to be done with every Devil May Cry skill vid. The soundtrack is fantastic and offers a plethora of rad-pumping rap tracks that fit the tone of the game perfectly. Madworld just oozes with style from start to finish. Used to compensate for the Wii's limitations or not, I really dig the aesthetics of Madworld. The black and white comic book Sin City style gives it a feel all its own that no other game possesses. It's certainly going to age much better than its spiritual successor, Anarchy Reigns. That's a story for another day, kids. I also find the 2 raunchy commentators quite funny.
No means yes, and yes means anal.
Some might say that's rather shallow, while other people are gonna say not finding them funny is kind of pretentious. So either way, since we all have sodding labels to dish out, I say we just shut up and enjoy 2 guys talking about injecting narcotics into their testicles. Madworld is short, shallow, and repetitive, but it also has the distinction of being the cheapest video game of all time. So picking it up this festive season to enjoy its intoxicating style and cathartic violence won't be something your wallet will likely feel. Madworld is a silly good time that far exceeds its value at this point. That all said though, it is kind of weird that while the comedy in Madworld is extremely juvenile and silly, the cutscenes in between levels take the situations at hand very seriously, which might lead one to believe that Madworld has something to say about our medium's copious violence. It asks if all an audience wants to see these days is gruesome acts of murder and carnage. Further analysis of such themes could lead to an interesting discussion on video games' obsession with bloodshed. Maybe thanks to Madworld we can finally look inside ourselves and come to terms with the way we've been obsessing with over-the-top gruesome violence. Nah, who gives a shit? Hey there gang, have you ever dreamt of watching a playthrough/let's play channel where the commentators talk about the actual video game? Well, have I got a Christmas miracle for you. Bit and Brit, a channel in which I team up with YouTuber Hyperbit Hero, who you may know as that guy who made that one Dante video, to chill and play some of our favorite titles. There's already a full Devil May Cry HD playthrough on the channel and coming attractions aren't far behind, so stop on by the Bit and Brit channel. Catch you later.